Time now for a look at your weather forecast. Brittany, this is what I like to call patio weather. I just want to sit out on my patio. It is such a beautiful day. Nice, warm November day.
I know. And you know, people are very, very split, Siobhan, of whether or not they want it to be this warm in November. I think sometimes it's nice to have a few warmer days here and there, especially as we know it's going to get cold so fast. But at the same time, today being 80 degrees and breaking a record for the second day this week, and actually it's the third time we were even 79 or higher, can be a little bit, shocking, right? A bit of a shock to the system. In fact, 80 degrees today could have put us in some of the top warmest days we've ever been here in the Queen City. You can see 85 is the warmest we've ever been during the month of November. So again, just 5 degrees away from that record. Now, we look ahead to the next few days and we're going to be warm still, but not quite to 80 degrees. In fact, we're still approaching 6:30 and the temperature is at 73 here in Charlotte, 50s in the mountains. Remember, we're at 73 right now, right? Sun has already gone down. Our average high this time of year is 61. So we were 19 degrees above average today. And again, we're still sitting well above those numbers. Current satellite and radar, we are seeing cold front rolling through the area right now. It's pretty much situated, I would say right now, near the I-40 corridor. As it's working its way further south, there are still some areas of rain we're tracking. Really heavy rain actually here in northern parts here of Lancaster into Chesterfield County. Here's the border there between Tradesville, Pageland. That's where that border is between Lancaster and Chesterfield. So most of this in Chesterfield and very southern parts here of Anson County, and then eventually southern parts here of Richmond County. Heaviest rain between Morven, Ruby, and Chesterfield at this hour. Are a few lightning strikes as well, but overall, this is really the worst that these areas have seen so far today. We're drier and cooler heading into Sunday and Monday, but then here comes that next best chance of rain. Although we desperately need the rain, maybe not the most ideal days to see it. Tuesday, mainly in the afternoon, we're looking at widespread cloud cover, often on showers. This is a big travel day for folks, not just here in the Charlotte area, but also just in general during Thanksgiving holiday. Wednesday morning, we're still seeing some of that rain before it starts to clear by Wednesday afternoon. So if you were planning on traveling Tuesday or Wednesday, if you're driving, we want to go Tuesday morning or Wednesday afternoon. Try to avoid that in between time. And if you're flying, make sure we are double checking any of that travel before you get not just on your plane, but just generally to the airport. Now let's think about how much rain we could see. Well, most of this falls Tuesday in the afternoon or early evening, but we could see a quarter to a half of an inch of rain. So not necessarily getting us to where we should be, right, for November, not even just November standards, but really 2025 standards in general. We're still below average with our rainfall as of late, but it will be beneficial nonetheless. And again, the majority of this will be Tuesday afternoon and into the evening with some of that rain lingering into Wednesday morning. Thanksgiving trends, we're staying dry. So again, most of this is happening during travel time during the week, not necessarily on Thanksgiving, but we are starting to see a small little dip here in temperatures. So we're trending a little bit cooler yesterday and really the day before that as well. We're really over the last few days. We've been trending toward the climatological normal, which is near 60 degrees, but we have been trending a little bit cooler. Now, will that impact your day? I think the difference between 3 to 4 degrees on Thanksgiving, probably not going to be significant. But here so far, the next 7 days, high temperatures. Next 4, we're still wildly above average, even with the cool down between today and tomorrow. Notice the high temperature tomorrow is still 71. So we're 10 degrees lower than today, but still well above average. Hovering in the upper 60s Monday, Tuesday. And there's that dramatic drop for Thanksgiving and into those last few days of November 2025. So because of the rain on Tuesday, I am hoping folks will keep a close eye on the forecast. So you can see adding the weather impact logo here because I think it will be impactful to your day. Thankfully, though, no severe weather, no flooding risk. Again, lingering into Wednesday morning and then much cooler and drier air just in time for the holiday. But again, even if we're cooler on Thanksgiving, it is still just going to be putting us closer to where we should be for November standards. I think the most notably colder mornings are going to be Friday morning and Saturday morning.